Hi, I'm Larry Magid, and I want to talk about a couple of tech wishes for 2010. For one thing, this ought to be the year that medical records go online. If people want them, they should be able to access their blood tests, their doctor's notes, or any other data that they have about them on the internet through services like Health Vault for Microsoft or Google Health, or maybe services operated by individual providers. But we shouldn't have silos of information. For example, I go to a clinic that does provide their records online, but if I have my blood drawn elsewhere, that information isn't available. So let's bring this together, obviously with privacy in mind. I'd like things to be simplified this year. For example, I love my big screen TV and my Apple TV and my Roku and PlayStation and all those devices hooked up to my TV. But do you have to have a PhD in computer science and engineering in order to be able to watch TV? It seems to me that's what my family's beginning to think about our system. So let's hope that 2010 can bring things a little bit easier and simpler. And speaking of simple, what about making a phone call? It used to be that when you called someone, you got a person answering the phone. Now when you call a company or a government agency, you get a menu tree with complicated buttons to push. It's really not a very good way for agencies and companies to deal with the public. I think at the very least there should be the option of pressing 0 and getting an operator. Another thing I want to talk about is social networking obsession. I love Twitter, I love Facebook, and sometimes I'm guilty of this myself. Spending too much time online interacting with people who aren't around me while ignoring to some extent the people who are around me. So one of my resolutions for 2010 is to spend more time with my family. That doesn't mean I won't spend time online, but to put it in perspective and not overdo it. So that's a couple of my wishes for 2010. Again, Happy New Year.